Good evening. I'm Bob Fockler. I'm president of the Community Foundation, and thank you all for coming. This is the entertainment portion of philanthropy, but it's where trying to do good things for Memphis intersects with the great folks who are doing things on our streets every day. The Community Foundation launched Give 365 with 30 members in June of 2010. So this is our seventh grant round, and since then we now have over 280 members, many of whom are here. Thank you all for coming. And I'll say that I always say that now when we have a meeting like this, and it felt more this way upstairs, but when you start to feel cramped, that's good because that's just sort of a metaphor for Give 365 and as many of us trying to do great things for the city as we can. So Give 365 unites and informs emerging philanthropists to make a collective impact on greater Memphis. That's the mission statement. And this is another way of saying that together we can do more. And this is probably the best example we have of that in Memphis. The most tangible example is the $52,000 that we will be giving away through this process this year. But another example is the Give 365 endowment. So hopefully you know that when you give to Give 365, half of the money goes to the grant pool and half of the money goes to the Give 365 endowment, which the income off of which every year goes to fund the grant pool as well. And we are using this as a long-term sort of laboratory study of the value of building a community endowment because it's going to grow year over year over year. So today, that endowment in just 6 short years basically has grown to $450,000 about. And this year it's going to kick off $11,000 into the grant pool compared to $8,800 last year. So that's going to continue to grow. So that's really, again, the power of lots of folks coming together for a single cause. As you know, the theme this year, chosen by you, is Memphis 2020, programs that will have a tangible impact on Memphis in the next 5 years. So the response to that call was pretty loud. We had 70 applicants that responded. And you'll hear tonight from the 14 finalists that were chosen by our intrepid grant review team, which are the givers that spent a lot of hours, frankly, poring over those applications, reading them, discussing them, and deciding on the 14 you'll hear from tonight. So thank all of you. Each of the 14 finalists will be introduced by one of the review team members. So we'll be moving very, very quickly through the presentations. We call this in our house, I don't know if it comes out of this, outside of our office, but we call this speed dating. So that's pretty much what you're in for. So you've got programs, you've got some summary of what you're going to hear and what you're going to see. Things will move pretty quickly. Take notes if you need to, because you'll be voting on the 5 that you like the best. So as always, particularly as always with Give 365, we welcome social media, and there are Twitter handles and hashtags listed at the top of the program. So that's all I have to do. I'm going to get out of the way and leave it to this group. But just real quick, we wanted to introduce Ron Jones, the president of the College of Art, who has done great work here at the college. And we just wanted to invite him up to welcome everybody to his house.